folks, it's Graham, Taos Avalanche Center. It's Wednesday midday. We're on an east face in Long Canyon, just over 12,000 feet, about 12,100 feet. And skinning up this morning through the canyon and through the forest, we're seeing about 4 feet of unconsolidated storm snow, which has fallen since Friday. It's making for great skiing in the low, mellower slopes. Unconsolidated snow, generally not wind affected. We gained the ridge, and similar story, we're below tree line, just a few hundred yards back, unconsolidated snow. Things seem like they're settling a little bit from the past few days of instability. As soon as we got right to the edge of the Alpine here, that whole thing changed. Where we're seeing 4 feet of soft snow down there, just behind me here, we're seeing 8 feet of storm snow that's been transported there since Friday. We have a crown over here that broke sometime during that storm and is now actually covered by recent storm slabs since then. So this avalanche ran on the ground. We're down to bare rocks over here. So what we have is a hard bed surface or ice on the ground that is now providing a great sliding surface for this continued storm slab that we're building. As you can see, we still have a few flakes flying in the air and wind is loading these areas. So it's a great example right now of the differences that we're seeing between below tree line and subalpine and alpine areas, where just an immense load has been added to our snowpack. Twice as much storm snow, 8 feet of storm snow since Friday has been added. We also keep talking about these thin spots or the sweet spots in reference to persistent slabs. Just 100 feet from this 8 foot of storm snow zone, we're in a pit here that's 100 cms total. And this was most likely previously scoured zone. We're kind of on a rocky rib here, and this is a good example of basal facets, weak layers in here in this mid pack. This is all faceted from this thin snowpack, and then we're putting this is all recent storm snow. So now we have a storm slab sitting on top of this shallow weak snowpack. So the potential exists that if we break this storm slab, we're going to step down into these deeper layers, and that's what we're talking about with this thin spot and persistent slab problem. So be heads up out there, you guys. It's going to go blue sky here the next few days. We're all going to be tempted to get on bigger, higher slopes, but just realize the drastic difference that we're seeing between below tree line and up in the Alpine, and just be really suspect of this load that we have in the high country. It's a totally different story up here, so just be really heads up and just think about the human factor and decision making and terrain selection with this change in weather. Thanks.